What's going on, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Haunted Urbex. Today we're going to go on a journey to the haunted Rose Hill Cemetery. It is said that there's some entities that are known to roam the grounds of the cemetery, and one in particular is the entity of Sarah Norton, also known as the White Witch. So we're going to go there and see if we can possibly get some EVP readings from the entities at the cemetery. I'm actually going there by myself, so I'm a little scared. So let's go on this journey and see what we can catch. Alright guys, so we just made it here to the parking area of the Black Diamond Mine area. It's gonna make our way up to the Rose Hill Cemetery. It's about a 3/4 mile hike, so we're gonna start making our way up there. Let's go. There's a bunch of other people over here in the parking area. A lot of them are going to be going on the tours that they have at the mines and what have you, but we have one mission at hand, and that's to make it up to, I don't know if you see the trees right over there, but that's where we're going to be going to see if we can make contact with the White Witch. Here we go. I'm wearing Timbs. Timbs are not conducive for hiking boots, but I'm going to use it to make this journey. Like I said, guys, we got quite a hike. Way over there where the tree line is, at the base of the hills, that's where we're going today. So we almost made it up to the hill. I should have thought this one through. I should have wore some hiking shoes as opposed to wearing Timbs, but I didn't do enough research to realize that the cemetery is actually 3/4 mile away from the parking area. But I do this for y'all. So right around that bend over there, right around that bend is the cemetery. So we're almost there, guys. Hang with me. As you can see, way over there is the parking garage. Never again will I do this with Timbs on. You can see I'm sweating my tail off just from that 3/4 mile hike. But we're gonna go and venture into the cemetery here in a second. So you ready to do this? Let's get it. A little bit of history while we're walking in. The Rose Hill Cemetery, it's nestled in between two old mining towns. The town of Somerville and the town of Nortonville. Nortonville was founded by Mr. Noah Norton, and his wife was Sarah Norton, who's also known as the White Witch. So we're here in the cemetery. We're going to see if we can locate where her grave is and see if we can possibly communicate with Miss Norton. Let's journey. Back in the 1950s, between the 1950s and 1970s, they used to have problems with people coming up and vandalizing the graves, coming up with their trucks, knocking over the headstones, stealing the headstones. And actually, I stand corrected. I thought I was the only person who's up here, but it looks like there's 3 other adventurers back there in the distance. Here's our old tombstone right here. Looks like at one point it was knocked off or broken in half. They were able to repair it. It's sad how people come into a cemetery and just can't respect. There's another one. You can see the rest of the headstone here on the ground, but clearly knocked off his base. How disrespectful. It's really quiet up here in this cemetery. And actually, I just tried a second ago to use my cell phone and there's no reception up here. So, it's a good thing I don't come here at night, because if I was ever in trouble, I'd be screwed. They are in the process of trying to identify any of the plots out here that are missing the stones. They're actually trying to go back in the records and identify who was in that location so they can replace the stones. So we're still trying to hunt and find Miss Norton's grave. Erected by Sterling Parlor number 146 and Diamond Parlor number 246. Hey, remember, we are the pioneers of Nortonville and Somerville. So legends have said or told that you can either see Miss Norton wandering around the graves, protecting the individuals that are buried here from vandals coming in and destroying their headstones or stealing their headstones. It also said that you can see her standing by the gate of the cemetery. Now, it's also reported that there are some other disturbed entities that are usually in this area that are upset that people came in and have destroyed their final resting spot or stolen their headstones. There's a lot of children that are buried out here too. Back in those days, there was smallpox, yellow fever, diphtheria that was going around. So a lot of them perished from that. Now, a little bit of history with Miss Norton. So Miss Norton was a midwife for the town of Nortonville, and one day she was on her way to a call and actually got thrown from her horse and buggy and was killed. So I think that might be her grave over there. And here it is. Here's her grave. Miss Sarah Norton died October 5th, 1879 at the age of 68. Okay, everybody, as you can see, I'm officially the only person left here in the cemetery. Last couple of people just walked out the gate right there. So as you can see, I'm the only one here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a quick EVP session to see if I can communicate with Miss Norton. Just gonna ask her a couple of questions to see if we can catch anything on the audio recorder, or see if we can get the K2 meter here to light up. So let's begin. Okay, audio recorder is recording. The K2 meter is on. So before I begin, I want to say that I don't mean any disrespect to any of the entities or souls that may still be out here in the cemetery. Just want to come and document, ask a couple of questions. There's a bird chirping. If there's anybody in the area that wants to communicate, I have my recorder right here. You can speak into this. And then I also have a little meter that has some nice lights on it. If you come close to it, the lights will light up. So I'm just gonna ask a couple of questions. First, I want to say thank you for letting me be out here, Ms. Norton. And I just want to ask a couple of questions for you. Do you like when people come to visit your final resting place? Okay. What were you best known as in the town of Nortonville? And my last question. I know that the town tried 2 times to give you a traditional burial, but they ended up just burying you without a traditional burial. Can you tell me what happened the first 2 times that they tried to give you a traditional burial to where they couldn't? ATV driving up. Okay, Ms. Norton, if you don't want to communicate, once again I want to say thank you for allowing me to come up and communicate with you. And anybody else who's in the area, if I might have captured you on the recorder, thanks for coming up. I see somebody else just came into the cemetery. So we're going to go ahead and end our EVP session. So just look at the view out here. So guys, that was the Rose Hill Cemetery. Pretty interesting stories that I just heard from the park ranger that just showed up down there at the bottom. Rich history in this area with the mines that they had around here, and the 3 towns that were around. Nortonville, which was on the other side of the hill over there. Somerville was down here, and then you had Stewartville over there, in these valleys right over here. Wasn't windy at all until like towards the end. It got a little bit windy, but just like at the last cemetery I was at, it was peaceful being up there. One thing that I find is kind of coincidental, when we were at the last cemetery, we ended up catching an EVP and being guided to a gravestone, and on the gravestone the name was Sarah. Well, it's kind of coincidental that the name of the White Witch here at the Rose Hill Cemetery is also Sarah. So, very coincidental. But if you haven't seen that video where I was at the last cemetery with my friend Melissa from Solano County Paranormal, by the way, follow them on Facebook. They do some awesome ghost walks twice a month. If you're ever in the Solano County area, look them up. There's some pretty interesting locations that they go to, and you may have a chance of hearing an EVP, as well as they do a little investigation at the Lawler house. Anyway, our friend Melissa was using the dowsing rods, and the rods guided us to the individual's grave, which was very chilling for me because I have never seen those things work in person. Actually, I've never seen them in person. I've only seen them on TV or on YouTube or what have you. I've never seen them in person, and for them to actually work, the first time I saw them, it just gave me chills. So, like I said, that's going to do it for this episode. If you saw anything in the video that I did not see, please comment below in the comment section, and what time you saw whatever it was, or if you heard anything, comment below. Let me know what it was that you heard. So that's going to go ahead and end this video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Keep checking back for more videos that I'm going to be putting out in the future, and y'all have a good one.